Hello friends, James Stevenson here with a video about Tesla's cash position. Is Tesla running out of cash? Do they have enough cash to support the operation? That's a question I got today on a comment to the video that I posted this morning. And I sent a reply that hasn't gotten very many views, and I thought I'll make this its own standalone video. What do you think about that idea, Loki? Pretty good idea? Yes? Eat your breakfast, buddy. Breakfast. Okay, while he decides whether he wants to eat breakfast or not, I will share my desktop with you. You can keep an eye on Loki and the Loki cam down here. I'll be over here, showing you part 9 of my Tesla earnings forecast video review series that I sent out this morning. And the question that I got from Dennis, at DennisMars123, thanks for the video. Unrelated question, in terms of cash that Tesla holds, it does not seem much if we consider how much Tesla has in the accounts payable. How should I think about it? So it's a good question, and I thought a good topic for this video. I answered it in pretty good detail here, saying in the most recent quarter, Tesla reported, let's look at this big screen here. So you can pause this and read it if you want. This is just the balance sheet that was reported for Q2 of 2023. That's the highlighted column here, the most recent column. You can see Tesla's total assets are growing over time. Tesla's current assets are growing over time. And I went through and listed out these 4 categories of current assets. You can see all of them are getting a little bigger in general as time goes by. So I'll X out of this and show you what I said in my tweet. $23 billion of cash, cash equivalents, and short-term investments, plus $21 billion of current assets in 3 different forms. So there's accounts receivable. So we're talking about money that people owe Tesla that they're going to pay soon. And when those payments come in, that'll be more cash that Tesla will have. The balance sheet is just a snapshot in time, right? It's just, okay, as of the last day of a fiscal quarter, what were the balances of all of these accounts? What about the inventory asset account? That's a big one for Tesla. So Tesla can convert that inventory into an even greater amount of cash when they sell finished products. So Tesla is always buying in raw materials and parts to use to make Tesla cars and stationary storage products like Megapack and Powerwall, and solar energy generation products like solar panels and solar tiles, right? So that inventory is only sitting on the balance sheet long enough that Tesla can convert those at their factories into finished products, and then once they do that, they'll sell them to customers who will pay Tesla a greater amount of revenue. And when Tesla collects that cash, it'll add to their cash balance, right? And lastly, prepaid expenses and other current assets. So sometimes Tesla will pay a year in advance to get a discount or something like that. And what that means is the cash is already gone because of that prepayment, but the benefit from that cash is that Tesla won't have to keep paying in the next few quarters to make the payments on whatever that stuff is that they prepaid. They've already paid for it, so that's cash they won't have to spend on those payments because it's already been delivered to whoever the supplier is, right? All right, so if you add together $23 billion and $21 billion, that's $44 billion worth of total current assets. Forget about the long-term assets. These are just the assets Tesla has easily convertible to cash within 12 months, right? How much is the accounts payable balance? Accounts payable is how much money Tesla owes to the people it bought stuff from. Only $15 billion. $15 billion is a very small number in comparison to $44 billion. I hope we can agree. Okay, so that's what's in the balance sheet if you look at it. And then I added a comment about working capital. It's just smart working capital management to negotiate supplier repayment terms as long as you can get away with, so that you can convert the raw materials and parts you buy from them into cash before you need to pay for them. That's called a virtuous working capital cycle, and it's taught in MBA school as a best practice, right? So when Tesla is buying aluminum from Alcoa, let's say, they might negotiate net 90 terms with Alcoa saying, hey, from the day that we take delivery of your enormous rolls of aluminum that we're going to stamp into body panels or whatever, we'll pay you for it within 90 days. That's our payment terms per our contract, our purchase agreement with you to buy all this aluminum over a multi-year time horizon. Anytime we receive aluminum, we're going to pay you within 90 days. And then that payment comes through on day 88 or 89, right? Because over the period that elapses in between, Tesla is converting that aluminum into batteries or battery cells or battery packs or vehicle bodies or megapacks or whatever, right? And then selling those products to the end buyers. So Tesla may have already received the cash for the finished product before that bill comes due on the 90th day, right? And then Tesla can do whatever they want with the cash in the interim, right? They can use it to buy other stuff. They can use it to make investments. They can buy short-term CDs, 30-day CDs or whatever, and earn interest on the cash before they need to then hand it over to the supplier that they bought the stuff from, right? That's a virtuous working capital cycle, and it's taught in MBA schools as a best practice. You should try to have a virtuous working capital cycle if you can get away with it. Not all companies have the negotiating power to negotiate 90-day repayment terms, for example. But the longer you can get your average days payables, the better for your business, because that means you get to hold on to the cash for longer. If Tesla were concerned about their cash balance, their statement of cash flows, which is below, wouldn't show them purchasing billions of dollars of investments like CDs and treasuries with the spare cash they don't need for anything. Now, I didn't go to the 10Q and show you that, but I did show you the statement of cash flows from Tesla's investor letter. Look at this $5 billion worth of cash outflows in the investing activities section for purchases of investments. What's this show? It shows that Tesla has extra cash that they're not worried about needing for anything, so they're just looking for somewhere to put it to get a return on that investment, right? To get a return on those assets. So they're getting, 5% back on a certificate of deposit with a bank or on treasury notes or whatever you buy that has a very short payback period on it. And that's how you know Tesla is not worried about the size of their payables relative to their cash on hand. Tesla doesn't have a cash problem, and Tesla will not be going bankrupt anytime soon. And that's my video for today. So with that, I'll check back in with Loki, who has still not eaten his breakfast. He'll eat it, don't worry, he always does. And I'll outro and say if you've enjoyed this video, click the like button. That's free to do on whatever platform you're watching this video. You can always click the like button for free. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you'll see a subscribe button you can click for free over here. But thank you to everyone who has chosen to support me because they find my videos valuable, whether you're doing that through Patreon or X or by joining my YouTube channel as my executive producers Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did. And I'll see you in the next one.